been a pleasure.
Great to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Lynn, would you tell us the history of Redwings?
Redwings started in 1984 from a rescue of a single horse called Sheba. And throughout that time, we've now taken in far more horses, put them in sanctuary. In 2005, we set about rehoming as well. And for us, rehoming is absolutely critical because if you can rehome a horse, you've got space for another.
And when you spoke about the numbers, how many do you know the number of horses that you've rehomed in that time?
Oh my goodness, I think it must be in terms of rehoming. We must have rehomed a couple of thousand any
Yeah.
time. Absolutely. Yeah, we haven't done that count. We'll do that when we get back.
Yeah.
I'm giving you extra work now. Nicola, how long have you been at Redwings?
I've been at Redwings 22 years.
And
Yeah.
what changes have you seen with horse care in that time?
Oh my gosh. I mean, really good and really bad. There's a much better understanding, I think, of behaviour and horse kind of mental health and well-being, which nobody ever really took into account in the same way. So that's a really good thing. I think we still see horses being treated as commodities and not necessarily as creatures, sentient beings, so a bit of a throwaway culture slightly. And so we'd still like to see some of that change. But yeah, I think there's a lot more understanding, and obviously science improves how we do things all the time, and we try to do everything very evidence-based so that we can always be up with whatever the latest, because the things are changing so quickly.
And Lynn, how many horses can you cater for at this site at this time?
At this site, we would cater for about 100 to 120. Across the sanctuary, about 1,000 to 1,200. It's all based around the amount of space that we've got in terms of the facilities and also the amount of money that we've got in the coffers to pay for the horses.
Have you been at full capacity recently?
We've been at full capacity for 5.5 or 6 years. It's been a very, very tough, both pre-pandemic, just run up to the pandemic and beyond. So yes, we know what full capacity means, and that's why rehoming for us is particularly important.
Are there peaks and troughs with rehoming? Is it seasonal? Is it post-pandemic, people wanted to get back out and have a horse? How did that affect you?
People wanted a horse during the pandemic. And post-pandemic, people are going back to a different way of working, so it's much more challenging keeping your horse. In terms of seasonality, yes, there is. Most people will romantically think about taking on a horse, but they're not going to think about it in November. They think about it in the spring, sometimes even now when school holidays break, that can make a material difference. For us, it's thinking about it throughout the whole year. The best time we think for someone to take on a horse is actually at the beginning of a winter, because then you've gone through the winter. You know you can get through the rest of the year.
You've done the hard work,
Yeah.
the hard graft. Nicola, how can the public support Redwings and how would they go about it?
Oh my gosh, yeah. So we rely entirely on public donations, so anything that they can give would be really appreciated. We also have a fantastic sponsorship scheme, so you can sponsor a horse or a donkey. It's just a couple of pounds a month, and that's a really lovely way to build a relationship with the charity, to get to know an individual horse. We write to you, we even invite you to their birthday party and all sorts. And you can do all of that on our website, redwings.org.uk.
Can you tell us, Lynn, about the connection you have with Anna Sewell and Black Beauty?
We're really, really fortunate in we are custodians of Anna Sewell House, which is a lovely little house in Great Yarmouth. It has a fantastic story. It's where Anna Sewell was in her very, very early days. And we're able, therefore, to tell people the story of Anna Sewell and how she spoke about it from the perspective of a horse. But your best person to speak about with Anna Sewell is always my colleague, Nicola. She looks after the volunteer team there.
Nicola, can you tell us if that inspired you to go down your own journey of writing?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, Black Beauty is a book that I've loved since I was a small child, and I think it's an extraordinary. If you read it now, her understanding of horses is amazing. But yeah, I started my own journey of writing about 5 years ago, and so I've had my 3 novels. Well, it's just about to have my 3rd novel published.
Are they evolving horses?
They're romantic comedies, but there's always a horse, sometimes a donkey. The latest one has got 2 donkeys called Derek and Dave. You've got to have some naughty donkeys in there, and dogs, plenty of dogs, always dogs.
There's a lot of goodwill towards your charity, and you've got some amazing ambassadors who we're speaking to later today. Lynn, would you like to tell us about Sam?
I don't know very much about Sam, apart from the fact he's a fantastic step farrier. The team tell me the amount of ambassadorial work he does. I follow him on social media. I've never met him. I may meet him later today. And one of the things I understand he's doing at the moment is actually supporting yards with things like trying to create an emergency pack. I think his communication skills come across really well, the messages that he's doing, and ultimately that's why he makes us a good ambassador.
And Nicola, can you tell us about Poppy?
Yeah, so Poppy's another one, just like Sam, where she really genuinely gives her time. They both give their time for free. She does absolutely loads for us. She supports us with tack sales. She comes down here and sort of gets the public buying lots of donated tack, which is fantastic. She's donated some hippo horse showers because she's also Mrs. Hippo Horse Shower, as well as the Diary of a Saddle Fitter. So yeah, we're just so grateful for her support, and they've both been amazing.
Lynn, what have you got planned in campaigns over the coming year?
So for us, we're still focused on two key messages. One's affects every single animal owner, which is fireworks, and particularly from the human side as well. And the other is the Strangles Awareness campaign. Both of those have completely different audiences. They play to strengths in terms of the knowledge that we have in the charity, and the reach will enable us to support horse welfare in many different ways.
So Nicola, how do you educate, in that case, the owners on these two massive subject areas?
Yeah, strangles is a sort of tricky one because unless you're a horse owner, you might not have ever come across that term. But it's something that I think there's a lot of misunderstanding around strangles. People think it just spreads about, it just goes through the herd and you should just let it run, all of those kinds of things. So we're trying to show that actually it could be stamped out if we all work together on that. And it's a really important message about quarantine in general. And in terms of fireworks, it's much more of a generalised campaign. We're trying to reduce the noise levels, and we've just had a government consultation announced this week, which we're delighted about. They're actually looking at new proposals to regulate the bigger fireworks, to reduce the noise levels, and to put more restrictions on fireworks sales as well.
Is there anything the public can do to help that?
Yeah, so there's an open consultation at the moment. It goes on until October the 7th. So we'd really love anyone who feels strongly, especially animal lovers, to get involved and to write, because this is your chance to tell the government how you feel.
And do they go to your website?
Yeah,
Links to
yeah,
that?
yeah. They can find it if they just Google fireworks consultation, or if they look on our website, they can find the link. So it's redwings.org.uk.
Thank you. And I just want to ask if you either of you get time to go and enjoy the horses.
Well, I've got two Redwings ponies at
Have
home.
you?
Unfortunately, one of them has got laminitis. We just changed our hay and all of a sudden she's gone off her feet. Here, yes, every time I'm here, best time is to be here when everybody else has gone home. We should get them all to yourself. Yeah. When we're walking around, it's lovely to see the public interact. Yeah, we know them. The two that were out there earlier, I was involved in one of their rescues. So we went back and we were having debate about the fact I knew exactly how old the animal was. And I was right. I looked him up in the system. Yeah, no, we do whenever we get a chance. Yeah. Nicola has to be careful because Nicola actually is allergic.
I am allergic. I once got interviewed by the Daily Mail because I'm allergic to horses and I work with horses. So yeah.
Have you managed that?
I do. I have to be very careful, and people often think I'm not touching them, because I don't want to touch them. But I usually just get involved and then just pay the consequences later. But yeah. But we have a joke in our team that it's not a real job because we spend a lot of time just cuddling donkeys and cuddling ponies. So it's a hard life.
Yeah. Isn't it really? So thank you so much for allowing us to be here today and share your message. And we thank you for the amazing work that you do.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks
too.
for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.